Church leaders I spoke to said the surveillance footage made it look like these thieves were trying to steal these moms, but the concrete pot might have made things a little bit difficult. One of the most notable differences at the new Artisan Center is the rooftop garden on the 3rd floor. Forestry officials tell me that until leaves like this have completely fallen from the trees, this area will still be at risk for forest fires. Now this right here is Chris Long, and she hand makes all of these clothes. Now a lot of them you'll see today at the Battle of Leatherwood. Long says there were usually at least 5 layers worn with each outfit. This one in particular was useful to a working woman. Now it's nothing out of the ordinary for folks from New Hope Church to be bringing food to downtown Hazard, but this time they're taking it a step further. This is the concession stand inside the building, and I'm told it was condemned on Friday. Now work has already begun, but as you can see, there's a lot to do. When the Wallens Volunteer Fire Department arrived here on 219, EMS was still 5 minutes out, and the baby was here within 3. Freddie Childers is looking at a home he built mostly by himself. He says he laid this brick, now blackened, with his own hands more than 20 years ago.
Losing everything you've worked all your life for. It's just devastating.
Emergency officials live by the motto of seconds matter, and they say in this case, 30 minutes could have made a major difference.
I feel like they almost had it under control and they ran out of water. And the water hydrant, they said the city had the water hydrants turned off.
And we had to wait probably 25-30 minutes for somebody to get there to turn that hydrant on, which, is crucial.
Assistant Fire Chief J.C. Ambergy says the crew's fire trucks hold around 1,000 gallons of water, and finding a water source upon arrival is routine.
What the reason behind them being turned off is, I do not know. But it's going to come down to, like today, somebody losing their house or us trying to make an interior attack and not having the water supply, and one of us getting hurt before they realize we need all them on all the time.
For now, the Childers family and firefighters have many unanswered questions, but the one lingering is what if?
There's nothing I can say, I just like for somebody to tell me why they had the water turned off.
We know him personally. Every time we have a roadblock, he stops by and donates, and then when it comes to him needing us, it kind of feels like you let him down.
Holding on to what is left. This is the temporary fix for a Black Mountain Utility District water outage in Wallens.
This may do one day, and again, if it's off longer, then he'll take more.
Black Mountain administrators have now bought about 1,000 cases of water for those affected, one for each household during this time.
Which, you live in rural areas, you get used to it.
No, I ain't used to it, and I won't get used to it. I'm not used to this.
Business owners and the elderly say they are inconvenienced by the outage.
See, I can pack water, but some of these poor people can't even get out, sir. Elderly people, what I'm talking about. And them's the ones that suffer.
Folks say water bottles won't suffice for household activities like bathing, dishwashing, and laundry.
We are suffering for it too, and it's uncalled for.
Black Mountain administrators hope to have the water running by the end of the week. In Harlan County, Sarah.Anderson, WYMT Mountain News.
For this child, we have prayed.
That's what is printed on the onesies of Kaylin and Micah, who are the children of Michael and Kristen Lawson.
We just try to look comfort and think that God had a bigger vision for us, and it wasn't for us to have children.
But the Lawsons were wrong. After 6 years of trying to conceive and 2 years of trying to adopt, Kristen told her husband she was pregnant.
And she said, "Honey, I don't think you heard me. I'm pregnant." And I was like, "Oh, wow."
A few months later, another surprise came along.
Got a phone call from Louisville, and from this lawyer who we had talked to, and she said, "Michael, I know you all just found out you're pregnant, but why are you all still interested in adoption?" And it turned out that our daughter was going to be older than her son.
But that's not exactly how it happened. The call came for the couple to travel to Louisville for their daughter's birth.
And while we were gone, my water broke. So that was a big surprise.
1 month premature, Kristen gave birth to Micah. A few hours later, nurses brought their daughter Kaylin. And to top it off, it all happened on Kristen's birthday. She says that's not exactly how they planned everything.
But the Lord had other plans, and I'm thankful that He did.
As they hold their miracle twins this Christmas, they're reminded of a bigger plan.
It'll be a brotherly, sisterly bond, but hopefully they can both grow to learn that the Lord had this planned for a reason so they could be together.
Thankful blessings come in their own time. In Harlan County, Sarah.Anderson, WYMT Mountain News. Stepping back in time to the 1800s, many lives were lost for the dream of one nation under God. Over the weekend, enthusiasts preserved that history with an interactive experience from the Battle of Leatherwood.
It's of interest, I think, and entertaining to see how these people live.
Organizer Carrie Crutcher says the battle is a unique experience, and so is getting into character.
And that shows the kids, you know, how the people lived in the old days, what they had to do, and it gives them an interest.
Now this right here is Chris Long, and she hand makes all of these clothes. Now a lot of them you'll see today at the Battle of Leatherwood. Long says there were usually at least 5 layers worn with each outfit. This one in particular was useful to a working woman. Some ladies dressed to impress Sunday with brooches, parasols, and gloves.
Can't do the hoop skirts. I just cannot do the hoops.
Anita Holland, a school teacher in the village and a retired teacher in real life, has been doing this for 5 years now. Her lessons in the village consist of teaching others what children were doing back in the day.
School during the Civil War period was sort of a hit and miss type thing.
She says education used to be never taken for granted. That's why she hopes to instill in others a love for the past.
You know, our children are losing so much of their history. Just gotten away from it, and we're just trying to bring it back so they won't forget.
Keeping history alive. In Perry County, Sarah.Anderson, WYMT Mountain News.